Hey, thank you for joining me again. This is Jasmine with Ethereal Pathways. I'm going to do a channel collective message to see what comes out. Already, as I've been tuning into the energy after I've cleansed the area with some Palo Santo and did some prayers and meditation, I was hearing an old doo-wop song from 1956 called In the Still of the Night. So I don't know if that will resonate for somebody, but it basically talks about longing for that young love or to be held, hold your lover again and, hoping that they will come back together. So, from, what I understand, and I promise to never let you go, I guess, again, but that's kind of what was coming through out of nowhere. um, and I don't typically listen to that type of, that era music very often. So that's definitely a channeled message for somebody. I'm going to write that down as maybe it's a synchronicity or a message in the lyrics for you. You can go look it up in the still of the night. I think it's by the Satins. Okay. So I'm going to take a few moments to start. I'm going to go just tap in for a moment is what I'm feeling guided to do. And I might take a few moments of silence to tap in and start getting signs, synchronicities, maybe names, just words, a confirmation for people to know that this is your message. As I always say in my message, take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't for somebody else, because there's going to be messages for you, can be message for somebody else. But only take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't for somebody else. Because if you were guided to this message, it doesn't matter when I post it. If you felt pulled to watch this for some reason, there's probably a message in here for you that could assist you. I just heard the word tribal, and then right after that I heard tribunal. Seeing it's like an ancient statue. It looks like ancient Greece. So ancient Greece, you may resonate that maybe you feel like you've spent, maybe a past life in ancient Greece. Maybe you resonate with Greek mythology or that time period for some reason. You like or have an interest or a pull to it for some reason, and maybe you don't know why. That could be a sign of synchronicity for you. I heard Apollo. So yeah, that's ancient Greece, Apollo, like the statue of Apollo or something like that. I don't know if that's a statue that's apparent, but that's just what I heard. So Archangel Sandalphon. I don't know if I spell that right. I can look it up. Let me see if I can look that up because I don't know what that archangel is known for and want to spell it right. Sandalphon is the messenger of prayers, music, and grounding, bridging the human and the divine while guiding spiritual growth. Archangel Sandalphon is believed to have once been the prophet Elijah. Interesting. Who ascended to heaven in a chariot of fire and was transformed into an archangel, making him one of the few humans to achieve this status. He is often described as the twin brother of Archangel Metatron, who was formerly Enoch, symbolizing a unique connection between human experience and divine presence. Wow. So Sandalphon, that there's no coincidence that I was tuning into a song before I even started the channeled message. So prayers, music, you may resonate as being a musician or you love music. You have a love for music. You're maybe just it's like a big thing for you. So that may be a sign that this is your message. And I'm writing this down. Grounding, bridging, okay, a human and divine spiritual growth. So I'm getting a lot of you are obviously on a spiritual growth path right now. We're all being kind of like woke up. The masses are now being woke up of um, the collective consciousness of humanity at this time. It's more accelerated now. We're being pushed to spiritually awaken more and more, and it's being accelerated right now. And that's for a purpose. That's for a reason. Some of you may or may not, know or believe, but, I have seen, I don't watch the news very often. I really don't. I don't watch it on TV at all, but I do catch some things on my feed and I have been keeping up with the, uh, what is it? The extraterrestrial, disclosure project, disclosure movement, and the push to get, the truth out from the government, and all these files and stuff that have been hidden is now coming to, the surface. And there's a lot of truth coming out right now. And it's not just, extraterrestrials, but it could be, truths in your life in general, like things that were hidden, secrets or feelings or things that are hidden. A lot of that has been coming in channeling. And so you may be finding that you're in that boat where you're having people, you're finding out truths about that were hidden about people, places, things, whatever, and the truth is now coming out. That's a big push. That's a big thing this year, a theme this year that's going on spiritually. And so you're going to continue to see that. Also, we're in Mercury retrograde right now. So you're going to see people probably from the past that maybe you have been in no contact with, or whatever, that may come back and maybe communicate with you a truth. So that's coming through too right now. And somebody's been praying, I'm getting to. Somebody's been praying about this communication coming forward and asking for guidance and how to come forward and asking for self-confidence and the words to say and stuff. But that's coming through as well. But again, take it as it resonates. In general, truth is coming out. So, because of a lot of the extraterrestrial stuff is, showing documentation, a lot of this is real. It's major truths are coming out in general, and not to scare you or anything. That's just what we're being guided to do as a humanity right now, is wake up and ascend. And in order to receive this information and the truths that are coming out, we have to ascend to a certain level to be able to accept that spiritually. And that's what a lot of people are being guided to do. They're being sparked and woke up. They're seeing signs and synchronicities they can't explain. Things that are more than a coincidence. There's no way, like the odds are stacked that certain situations would come to pass or happen the way they did. They can't explain it. Things like that are going to happen probably more for people. And they're going to be looking for answers. And so, that's just a theme that's going on. I'm just getting that to share. So, again, that's not to scare anybody. It's part of the journey of a collective consciousness of humanity right now to ascend. It's part of our, so-called contract. It's time. We've been held back way too long. We are, again, it was for lessons. We all had to learn lessons in this, but, we need to move forward. And that's this big pull to move forward is what's going on. So, let's see what else, Spirit. That was a very interesting message that came through. I don't normally talk about stuff like that. But I guess that needed to be said. What else, Spirit? What else, Holy Spirit? What else do we have of signs, messages, confirmation from the collective that need to know at this time? And I just heard manifestations. That's been coming out a lot too. So a lot of you are going to start seeing the fruits of your labor, the manifestations of things that you've been praying for a period of time and working towards, taking action towards, having intentions and taking those actions towards for a while. You're going to start beginning to see the manifestations of those things come to fruition in the physical, come to pass. Again, in divine timing, but you're going to start seeing that now. That's what I'm getting to share. So that's good news. I just heard your prayers are being heard. I got the name Stephanie. Let me see. I'm hearing be the light. Some of you are light bearers for humanity, and you're being guided into leadership roles in the spiritual community or in spirituality. You're being guided in leadership roles to teach and guide others as a guiding light to through their spiritual ascension, the beginning of their spiritual ascension journey until they start learning how to trust their own intuition, and they can, begin to not, listen to the outside influences as much. So, some of you are guided to be teachers and guides that way, and also to be examples, like through your own experience, and they can see your own ascension journey. Some of you are going to be sharing your own ascension journey, or have been. Just heard job. I think there's a message with this. What else, Spirit, for this job growth? So that could be a career, that could be a business. Again, job, whatever your job you deem your job. There's going to be growth coming in for you, whether you're going to be moving up in rank or like within your job, or increase salary, or working for yourself, or your own business is growing. There's going to be job growth. Either way, take it as it resonates. And I'm hearing transformation. Transformations. I was corrected. So some of you have been going through multiple transformations back to back to back, more accelerated, especially this year. This is the year of the Chinese fire horse, the Chinese year of the fire horse, I should say. So there's a lot of fire, a lot of action and moving forward as, people are going to be seen in their lives or probably have been seen. Um, Deaths, rebirths, ego deaths, and rebirth is what I mean. When you're dying and letting go of old parts of yourself, belief patterns, um, relationships, jobs, whatever it is, whatever is not resonating for you anymore as being, feeling right for you, basically. And that's good. That's we should be ascending and doing that. Um, there's gonna be some more to come. Ways it okay, I'm not gonna okay. What is this? I heard stay aware. I'm trying to get clarity on this before I say something. I've got this before recently. Some of you are being watched, and that's not to put you in fear, okay? Because you're always believe that you're always protected. You know what I mean? You've got archangels working with you, assisting you, protecting you, and trying to guide you on your path. But just be aware that you are being watched at this time. Uh, Okay. Some of you are going through a purification period at this time. You may be guided to be celibate. Maybe you just got out of a recent relationship. And you're, being guided to purify your energy, your body, your mind, thoughts, everything. Like you're going through a purification period. You may be in hermit mode, healing from the recent relationship you may have left, or you're in the process of leaving, but you're being asked to go through this. You're going to go through a purification period where you're kind of in hermit mode and healing mode, and introspecting and trying to look over whatever lessons that you needed to learn and whatever happened. So keep your energy clear. And you can use stones to that. You can use frequencies. You can use prayers. Again, it's all about intention. Okay. Whatever your what they call permission slips. Those are all permission slips from, spirit that, whatever our intentions are is what the important thing is. So whatever we give, our intention is, hey, this crystal is going to help me, clear my energy or heal, or this sound frequency is from a crystal bowl, or whatever it is that you're guided to do. Listen to your intuition. Whatever you're pulled to listen to for healing, listen to that. So, because you're going to be guided through a purification period, um, being refined by the fire as well. I just heard total loss, severance. I don't know why I just heard triplets. So, again, take what resonates. Is maybe just signs of confirmation for different people. I don't know why I just heard in three. So the triplets could, again, take it as it resonates. Could mean, babies, but it could also, or triplet. You may be a part of a triplet, of siblings, but also the triplets says things come in threes a lot of times, like things that happen to you, like tower moments. We'll sometimes come in threes. So that's something for somebody. Threes may be significant. For some of you, maybe seeing a lot of threes, like repeating three threes or something like 333 or 33, something like that. 24. I don't know why. Saturday has been coming up a lot lately. Like Saturn, I think is associated with Saturday. Um, look, so there's something with Saturn and Saturday. Like I don't know if it's a time frame or a manifestation is going to happen for somebody. Again, take it as it resonates. Yeah, it is Saturday. Saturday. That's where we got the name Saturday from. So interesting. Wow, I was just got to read through this, and it says mythological significance of Saturn. Saturn was a major Roman deity associated, and look at that, Roman and Greece. What that was what I was picking up on. Thank you, Spirit. It said it was a major Roman deity associated with time, wealth, agriculture, abundance, and periodic renewal. I just got goosebumps down my body, a sign of confirmation. It says he was considered a god of a golden age of peace and prosperity. Oh, I just got even more goosebumps down my body. So, yes, thank you, Spirit. This is a sign of confirmation that if you're resonating with this message, we're beginning to ascend back to another golden age of peace. This is what I've been getting. for a while. And so this has got to happen. These awakenings and this disclosure and stuff has got to happen in order for us to ascend back to into a golden age. And we're in that process right now, the beginning processes of that. It takes generations after generations to get there. But we're in the beginnings of that process now. Oh my goodness. So I'm like reading this. It says Saturn was identified as the Greek Titan Cronus, and his mythological narrative included themes of cyclical time and generational succession. What did I just say? I didn't know that was the next sentence. The planet Saturn and the day Saturday are both named after him, reflecting his influence over time and celestial order. Ooh-wee. Okay. Wow. That's a great sign of confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, that's very interesting. So Saturn and Saturday may be significant for you for some kind of manifestation or something to happen down. You may receive incoming communication on a Saturday. Who knows? Again, it's just how different things for different people. But what else, Spirit? Metatron may be significant for some of you. Maybe you work with Metatron. A lot of grounding, and that's been coming out just about every message, continue to stay grounded. Um, and I don't know, some of you probably are maybe new to this stuff, but grounding is basically you can do it different ways. The most straightforward way of grounding is taking your socks and shoes off and going standing out in the earth, like the grass or whatever. And that will connect you with the earth and ground your energy. It is scientifically that is like they have seen how does have effects on the body positively for health and stuff and your energetic body. We all have chakra systems and energy centers in our body. And, grounding helps with, clearing that and regulating those systems. So that is super important with all these changes going on. And I'm seeing 555 in my mind's eye right now and change. So that's exactly what I'm getting. There's a lot of change going on and will be more coming this year, especially over the summer and the fall months. But I'm getting a big emphasis on summertime, like July, August, something like that. So some of you may be seeing some more major changes happening in your life, more spiritual awakening, shifts happening and manifestations coming in during the summer months. Again, you got to remember, and I'm being called to say this, you got to remember things happen for you, not to you. So look at it from that higher perspective. Things happen for your highest good, even though your ego mind, your human mind may deem something negative or something bad, everything happens for a reason. And a lot of times it's for our highest good in some way. And sometimes we don't always see that right away. Sometimes we see it later on. And then we look back and we go, wow, had that not happened, then I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Or I wouldn't have gotten this job, or I wouldn't, you know what I mean? So whatever it is that has occurred recently, or maybe you're going through right now, don't look at it from a negative point of mindset. Look at it from a higher positive mindset that it's happening for you, for your highest good. And look at it with excitement and say, "Ooh, I wonder what this is going to lead to." And I know it's hard to do that in the moment because, our ego mind wants us to react in the way that we're being trained to do that. But if you just shift that perspective, it'll help a lot with changes. You'll be able to move with the shifts with more grace and more groundedness. So just stay grounded. And I mean, there's different ways you can ground besides earthing. And I've said this in prior videos, you can connect with, grounding stones, like I have different grounding stones and things. You can also visualize and meditate, do breath work. When you're doing that and visualize yourself, like a stream of energy going down into the earth out through your feet, as you're meditating and different things like that. You can take Epsom salt baths, all different kinds of things. Okay. So, there's different ways of doing that. And also you can singing crystal sound bowls is something I was guided to as well, in addition to a few other things. So I've been doing that off and on as I'm guided. And it'll help, regulate and clear some chakras too. Like if you're feeling like dysregulated or something, it'll help that too. So at least it's helped me. So okay, I'm hearing stay forward, but I'm asking for clarity on that. Keep moving forward. Okay. Oh, okay. So don't look back. Okay, that's another message coming through. Don't continue to look back at the past. Like, learn your lessons and then try not to focus too much on what happened in the past, um, and ruminate on it, basically. Maybe you're feeling a lot of remorse and guilt or shame or something from some of your past actions or something you went through the past that brought a lot of that. But this is a message for you if you've been doing that, to just keep staying in the moment as much as you can and keep moving forward. Don't look back. Okay. I don't know. I just saw Lot's wife like look back and turn into a pillar of salt. That just was brought back to my mind's eye. So I guess that's a message for somebody. Don't look back. Like, keep moving forward. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What else? I don't know why I'm seeing like vertical blue, like a navy blue and white stripes. So I don't know if that will resonate for somebody. The zebra just came up. So I'm gonna look up the spiritual meaning of zebra. I'm looking up a lot of stuff today. So y'all are gonna just do this with me, I guess, if you want to stay. I don't know why, but I'm just guided to do this. So it says zebra symbolizes balance, individuality, harmony, and intuition, guiding us to embrace contrast and trust our inner wisdom. Zebra's black and white stripes represent the duality of life, such as light and dark, strength and vulnerability, or chaos and order. Spiritually, they remind us to seek equilibrium in our lives, embracing both positive and challenging experiences without letting one dominate the other. Their presence encourages reflection on how opposing forces can coexist and complement each other. Whoa. Two zebras have the same stripe pattern, symbolizing personal uniqueness and authenticity. Spiritually, zebras urge us to celebrate our distinct qualities, trust our path, and resist conforming to others' expectations. They teach that embracing individuality allows us to contribute to the world in ways only we can. Ooh, they thrive in herds, highlighting the importance of social connection and collaboration. That's been coming out a lot lately in my messages. A lot of collaborations. People are being guided to collaborate, or you have collaborations coming in. It could be romantic and business, or maybe both. I don't know. But that's going to be different for everybody. So that's just been coming out in my messages a lot. They remind us that while individuality is important, working together and supporting one another strengthens spiritual growth and resilience. Trust your intuition. Cut through the confusion and make decisions with confidence. Oh, wow. Zebras are highly adaptable, thriving in diverse environments. Their symbolism extends to personal transformation. Woo, just got goosebumps again. Encouraging us to embrace change, evolve, and grow spiritually. They remind us that challenges can be opportunities for renewal and self discovery. Um, the stripes were like camouflage, symbolizing protection and subtle guidance. Spiritually, zebras can act as totem animals, offering insights, new ideas, and inner strength to navigate life's challenges while maintaining balance and grace. It teaches us balance opposites, honor our individuality, trust our intuition, embrace transformation while fostering connection. Oh, wow. That's like string connection and harmony in our lives. So that may mean something for somebody. If that spoke to you, that was for you. I'm just gonna write this down. Zebra. That's interesting. I've never looked that up before, and that's never come up before. So that's very interesting because it obviously goes with the messages that I've been receiving, both in this one and in prior ones recently. So thank you, Spirit. So what else, Spirit, do you have for the collective at this time? What are the messages? Is there something coming towards? There's something they need to know? I feel like there's something here. Let's see. I'm gonna pull some cards. I just feel like there's something here. There's something more. All right, Spirit, I'm trying to clear the space here. Oh, workspace. Okay. So which one do we want? It was between, okay, these two. Let's see. So these little cards that I've written messages on, or words of confirmation for people. Spirit, what does the collective need to know at this time for this message? That will assist. That just flipped right around like this. Um, okay, Larimar, you may be guided to work with the stone Larimar. It says throat chakra. Maybe some of you need to speak your truth. Peace, clarity. I just heard personal truth too. So looking at yourself in a sense of truth, like your true self. Like, what things do you need to work on? Stuff like that. So I think some of you are going through that reflective state right now. Looking at your personal truth, it says peace, clarity, soothing energy of the ocean, like the Caribbean, connected to the divine feminine energy. That's the nurturing, also creation energy. Some of you are creating new projects and things for your business, for your stability, whatever you're guided to do, maybe passion projects. But you're also at throat chakra. I'm getting, multiple messages, divine feminine. Somebody needs to speak their truth to a divine feminine. I'm getting with this. Boom. I just got that. So maybe Larimar will assist you, if you feel guided to use your intuition. And okay, thank you, Spirit, but that's a little bit too many. Let's get just, one or two, please. And thank you. So what else does the collective need to know at this time, Spirit, that will assist them on their journey? Words of confirmation, things that they need to know. What else, Spirit? It's like my hand's stuck. Okay, Archangel Uriel, maybe working with you at this time, divine illumination, wisdom, truth, and enlightenment. So again, that throat chakra is, maybe you're guided to speak your truth to somebody, okay? And prophecy. So he also assists with prophecy. So wisdom, truth, and enlightenment, divine illumination, and prophecy. So some of you, Archangel Uriel, maybe working with you, selenite, maybe be guided to work with this stone, selenite, this crystal. It's a good purification stone. So if you want to purify your chakras or other stones or an environment like a room or a house or something, selenite's really good to get for clearing, energy clearing. So purifies. Oh, that's that purification that I was getting earlier in the message. So again, that's confirmation right there. So maybe guided to work with selenite for a purification period. It purifies and cleanses energy and other stones, mental clarity, crown chakra, spiritual connection. So that's your connection with the universe and the divine and all things. Maybe you've been feeling disconnected and you're feeling, maybe guided to work with selenite, to feel more connected with the universe, the divine, and, everybody. So I was getting some people feel so alone, and that's that separation energy. I got that a few days ago. I literally heard, "I feel so alone," or something like that. And so that's your crown chakra. It needs clearing. When you feel non-connected to anybody, not and you feel alone, like you're all alone in this journey. And so that's your crown chakra. You need, maybe guided to clear. What else, Spirit, does the collective need to know at this time? Nature spirits, elementals, and fae folk. You may be guided to work with, or you may be already working with them, or resonate as like connecting with nature spirits. Maybe you're nature lovers. I feel like there's some nature lovers watching me. So again, take it as it resonates, but some of you love being out in nature and you feel your most yourself when you're in nature, whether it's biking, horseback riding, walking, heck, even doing yoga out in the woods or whatever you do. When you're out in nature, walking, whatever you're doing, that's when you feel like the most at peace and most grounded. And so I think some of you are, you're connecting, you're like earth grid workers and you're connecting with the earth and Mother Nature, to assist with the ascension, and the earth grid and clearing that earth grid. Wishy-washy, in and out, flaky behavior, inconsistent, hot and cold. Some of you are leaving this behind. Okay. So some of you are, maybe you or somebody else, take it as it resonates. Maybe you're being shown, if it's for you, maybe you're being shown where you have been in and out, not stable with connections, friendships, relationships in general. Kind of been in a sense of control and domination, wishy-washy, not showing up for people consistently, and you're trying to heal that. Also, if that's not resonating, it could be the opposite. Somebody else is being guided or is working on their inconsistent, wishy-washy behavior. They're working through that. They're being guided to work through that. My goodness. So 4 just came out back to back to back. This is 4. And I guess I'll take them. I'm feeling guided to. So Archangel Chamuel. So we've got a bunch of, some more archangels coming in again with this collective. Archangel Chamuel, I may be working with you this time. Peaceful relationships to heal broken relationships and broken hearts. love and pink. And I think this is where they got Cupid. Like some people associate Tamuel as, basically Cupid. But it's also about learning to have that peaceful relationship with yourself and others, and healing a broken heart, healing relationships that maybe you let a person down or another person let you down because they were wishy-washy and in and out behavior. And again, that's an unhealed place. Okay. That person is unhealed and they're doing that. They may not have maybe intentionally done that, but they were like that with other people. So maybe they're being guided and working on that right now. If that's not you, Archangel Gabriel is also assisting you. Communication. What was that throat chakra coming through? Hello? Can I come in? Archangel Gabriel, and I was guided to pray to Gabriel as well as Archangel Michael when I was clearing the space earlier before the recording. Communication, divine revelation. See, that's that truth, divine revelation and truth. Bearer of vital messages regarding major shifts in destiny. So some of you, I just heard destined partnership, a destined relationship and destined partnership. Maybe having that come in here in divine timing here soon. And third eye chakra came out with that batch. So again, that's your intuition, imagination, inner wisdom. The color indigo element is light. So wow, that light and dark, the zebra. Oh, okay. You're integrating your shadow and your light side. Your more divine side and qualities with your shadow. You're healing the shadow. And some of you are coming into inner union with your divine masculine, divine feminine, and you're healing the imbalances between your shadow side, the masculine, and then the feminine side and the light. So that's that black and white. The zebra is what I'm seeing, but that's the shadow integration. So third eye chakra, you're gaining intuition, you're gaining insights, spiritual truth, and inner wisdom about maybe yourself or somebody else or lessons you've learned recently from an ending. So and you're moving forward. You're moving forward. These are blockages being cleared for you or somebody else. Take it as it resonates. Somebody else that could be associated with you. Maybe you're in a twin flame relationship or something. Clear quartz. You may be guided to work with clear quartz at this time. It's a master healer stone, crystal. Spiritual purity again. Purity, that purity I told you was coming out very strongly in the beginning of the message, that purification period. Some of you are going through that purification period, so you may be guided to use clear quartz as well. It's for spiritual purity, clarity, and amplifies energy. So it can amplify other stones and the energy of other stones or your own energy. So yes, some of you may be guided to work with that. Anything else, Spirit? I do feel like there's some more messages that need to come out from this. So anything else, Spirit? Just guided to shuffle this real quick. Let me shuffle again. Just guided to do this. So I've been practicing my shuffling skills. For those of you who have been with me watching me regularly here lately, the last few days, I have been working on my shuffling skills. I still have a ways to go, but I'm getting better. Getting there. So we'll see. But yeah, at least this deck is a little bit smaller and I can handle them a lot easier than some of the bigger decks. Spirit, what else does the collective need to know out of this? Okay, Ascended Masters are assisting you. So you may feel that like Yeshua, Jesus, and Mary Magdalene are coming through very heavy with this message. Oh, okay. Okay, Kuan Yin. I'm just like hearing stuff. So Kuan Yin, Buddha, I take it as it resonates for you. Krishna, abandonment wounds. Some of you are healing these abandonment wounds, and or somebody associated with you in your energy has been healing abandonment wounds. Maybe you're in no contact with somebody, like a twin flame or something. But abandonment wounds are being highlighted right now as being worked on. So yeah, that's something that, again, use it as a sign of confirmation if that's what you've been working on right now. I know for myself, I've definitely been working on abandonment wounds lately for myself and my own triggers. Thank you, Spirit. What other signs of confirmation out of this deck that you want the collective to know to assist them on their journey? Please and thank you. What the message is. You were right. You were right. Spot on. I don't know why I was seeing this last night and this morning, but really heavy yesterday. I kept seeing in my mind's eye, you were right. So some of you, especially if this is a twin flame dynamic. I don't know why I'm getting that really heavy right now, but again, take it as it resonates. You may not resonate as a twin flame, and that's fine. Again, this could be a message for you in another way. But some of you, in regards to a twin flame, if you're feeling that you're resonating as that, or in a twin flame dynamic, or you're not sure, your intuition, if you're divine feminine, your intuition was spot on about this person. And maybe there's some hidden feelings there. And so just trust your intuition, but you're being told, if you're not at twin flame, you're being told your intuition was right about something or somebody. Okay. So again, take it as it resonates for you. Black tourmaline, you may be guided to use black tourmaline. It's for protection and grounding. That's what I've been saying, right? Root chakra, associated with root chakra, that's your stability, finances, right? Absorbs negative energy too. So some of you maybe guided to work with that stone at this time for grounding, protection, and um, absorbing some negative energy in your environment. Maybe gain stability and groundedness with your finances. Yeah, because we heard job growth. Yeah, that's coming back to me. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Empress. Some of you, like I said earlier, are in your Empress energy. That's fertility, creation energy. You're creating. Again, it's not gender specific. So take it as it resonates. You don't have to, you could be a man and be an Empress energy because you're creating something for yourself. Okay. And you're in receiving mode, receiving your abundance. You're about ready to receive your abundance if you haven't already started to. So that's coming through. So yeah, that's that creation, receiving, receptive mode. You're creating and you're receiving. Okay. Oh, goodness. Some of you are nurturers for your family. Again, it can be feminine, masculine, like gender. Tiger's eye may be guided to work with tiger's eye at this time. Is for courage, protection, ward off negativity again, mental clarity, ground scattered energy, and self confidence. And if you feel tied to the ancient Egypt, it is the stone of Ra. So that's for some of you out there. Again, take it for resonates. Ancestral healing and generational curse breakers. Some of you are generational curse breakers for your lineage, your ancestral line. And you're in the process of breaking generational curses, toxic patterns, negative belief sets, like maybe nobody in your family was, able to stay in a stable relationship for very long and stay married for very long. Maybe you're breaking that, or whatever it is, you're resonating. Some of you will know about this. You're breaking ancestral curses, and you're healing your family line of these toxic patterns that have been in your family for generations, some of them. And so that's a sign of confirmation for somebody. Someone is keeping secrets or has hidden information. Or has hidden information from you. There we go. So yeah, take that if it resonates, how it resonates. Some of you, whoa, okay, boop. I just heard this. You were right. Someone is keeping hidden feelings or secrets from you. Boom. That came through very clear. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Yeah, somebody just never shared their truth of how they really felt about somebody in a twin flame dynamic, I think. And they're being guided to do that, speak that truth. That throat chakra came out, grounding came out, abandonment wounds, and that's because of the abandonment wounds, which was a ancestral curse that they had in their family, and probably lost a parent or something, or felt abandoned, or whoa, two more just came through. Okay. Oh, wow. These two came through together. Hello, that's tied together, by the way. If you know anything about tarot, the devil energy. That's what it's referring to, the devil energy. Temptation, addiction, emotional entrapment, unhealthy patterns, and control issues. And look, control issues came out with it. And I did shuffle this deck a few times, even after I started the message here just a minute ago. And I shuffled them before. So there's no coincidence. Thank you, Spirit. There's no coincidence that these two came out together. Somebody is breaking these generational curse curses of control issues, okay, from these abandonment wounds and the temptation that they've been. I feel like player energy is coming through. Ego, like being an ego too much and trying to control a situation, how somebody sees them, or control those feelings for not coming out. Learn to let go of the need to control. That's what they're being guided to do. That's what they're trying to clear that, and they're being guided to do this. Whoever this resonates for, you or somebody else, but I feel like this is in relation to somebody else. You're being guided to let go of the control issues, okay? You're probably been being guided to do that. And maybe you had a tower moment recently that let you know that, hey, wake up. This is this is serious. Like, you need to, whoever it is maybe went through something that you're tied to energetically, went through something, and they're trying to woke up to let go of control issues over controlling their feelings and speaking their truth to somebody that they've been holding back. Whoa. Pay close attention to your thoughts and words. What was that? Stay aware that I channeled through? It was like, yeah, stay aware. Pay close attention to your thoughts and words. So be careful what you speak and what you think about yourself or others. Okay? All right. I'm feeling that's it for this deck. What else, Spirit? Which other? Feeling the lover oracle. So that's this one. So, Spirit, what other messages, signs of confirmation do you have for the collective? I feel like this is relationship. A lot of this is relationship coming through like twin flames. And again, take it as a resonance. If you're not twin, it could just be another relationship or something you're going through. What messages do you have for the collective at this time out of this deck? So thank you. How could you ever forgive the mess that I've made? And you are so different from everyone around me. I'm just getting that if this is a twin flame dynamic you feel that you're a part of, maybe you're in separation, this person realized this in the beginning, how different you were. You spoke truth to them when nobody else would speak truth like that to them. Like that I don't know why, but I feel like maybe some people were trying to speak truth, but not in the way that, if you're resonating as a divine feminine, I feel like this is you. This is for you. So you're so different. This divine masculine is thinking you're so different from everyone around me. And he questioned it and he got scared and he like backed out of speaking his truth, how he felt, moving the relationship forward, and was in player energy and having those control issues and lust for others, other women, whatever options, whatever all other options, if there was, take it as it resonates. I do feel like there was options, there was player energy coming through. And he feels like really bad about this. He's going through some remorse, I feel like, for how he treated you. How could you ever forgive the mess I made? So I'm going to take it as a resonates, a message there. What else, Spirit? What else does the collective need to know at this time? I'm obsessed with you. I've been picking up on that recently in my readings. I think what was it yesterday? The lynx came out watching from afar over a mountain, staying silent and watching. This divine masculine is staying silent and watching. And he's waiting for the right time when he's ready, feels ready to come forward and speak his truth to somebody. And he's absolutely obsessed with this divine feminine. Passion, lust, like again, he's having to work through grounding his energy, the passion and stuff. All right. Could be working on his finances, gaining freedom from people, places, and things, and working on his finances and grounding that lust, passion energy, and integrating his shadow side with his light side, trying to heal that side of him where he was a player, where he did step out, where he did go after options instead of move forward with this divine connection. He knew that it was a divine connection. This masculine I'm connecting with, this divine masculine, knew, and he was in toxic masculinity. He knew that this was a divine connection, and he ran from it because he had to grow, and he didn't. It was easier just to settle for option. Okay. He didn't want to do all that growth. It would require him to lose a lot of finances. It would require him to leave relationships, an old portion of himself behind, old chapter behind, and he wasn't ready to leave it behind. He wasn't ready, is what I'm getting. So again, take it if it resonates and how it resonates. Okay. I'm afraid to lose you, and people don't believe in me. So he's obsessed with you. He's afraid to lose you. That's why he's been watching. a lot he feels like people don't believe in him. That's that lack of self-worth. You gotta believe in yourself, bud. I'm just like, that's that self-confidence. I feel like he was trying to prove himself in the physical with finances. This masculine I'm connecting with, I feel like he felt like, because of the way the world is, whoa, he was associating his worth with how much money he made and how much money he can bring to the table and looking at greed and lust and those physical desires instead of the right thing, which is the spiritual mind, his spiritual self. It's like he had to learn how to balance that shadow side with his light side and learn how to go within and learn how to connect with himself and his emotions. He shut off his emotions. Um and yeah, that's why he couldn't confront the feminine in the way he wanted to. He wanted her. Look at this passion. The passion I feel is overwhelming. I don't know how to handle this. This is what I was picking up on. He's obsessed. He's afraid to lose this feminine. He's being guided and pushed to come speak his truth of his true feelings, how he really feels about this feminine. Wow. It's coming through very heavy. And this one came out with it. Will you leave me like the others? That's that abandonment wound. That's confirmation of that abandonment wound that, he's being guided to heal. And you're probably been healing that too, feminine. You probably been working on that abandonment wound, those triggers, right? Of him in and out, wishy washy. You set boundaries. You got tired of it. Good for you. We don't deserve that behavior. Nobody does. We deserve somebody to show up for us, was stable, and with consistency and wholeheartedly, not half. I don't want to say half ass, but that's the word that almost came out, and I just said it. No half effort. Okay, I don't want to get in trouble here on this platform, but yeah, that's that effort. Please do what is best for your heart. So he's asking you to do what's best for you. Move forward with your life. I'm hearing continue moving forward, whether it's in whatever you're guided to do. Okay, if it's another relationship, whatever. Some of you may be having other high level soulmates come in your life, but you're being guided to just do what's best for you, and he wants you to do what's best for you as well. Wait on him. Don't wait. Don't wait on a man. Again, Paul, you just do what your intuition says, but I don't believe in waiting on anybody. Focus on yourself. Work on yourself. Working on moving forward. That's what I feel like a lot of us are being guided to do right now. So thank you, Spirit. Anything else? Don't put up with my BS. And that's what you did. You said, I'm not putting up with this wishy-washy behavior. And you laid down boundaries and you walked away. I feel like a lot of you just closed the door, you blocked or whatever you had to do, walked away. I don't deserve this. You finally knew your worth and you laid boundaries and you walked away. And he's saying, don't put up with that crap. Don't put up with that, my BS, my games. Okay. Because you don't deserve that. You don't. Thank you. Okay. This just flipped right on over. I don't know where to start. This masculine, that's what he's trying to figure out what he's going to say. He's overwhelmed with his passion. He's trying to temper his passions and his emotions and integrate this shadow with his light side. He's being guided to heal and he's been, should be working on healing. And he doesn't know where to start when he comes forward. And that's what he's trying to figure out right now. I don't even know where to start. What do I start with? How do I reach out to her? What do I say? What else, Spirit? I think we've got some more messages that need to come through. I'm gonna do the animal spirit oracle. Animal spirit oracle. Let's see what else there. I did shuffle all of these, by the way, a few times. So, Spirit, what else do you have for the collective at this time? What messages of confirmation? Oh my goodness, it's over an hour. I'm so sorry. Visionary. So some of you are visionaries. Oh, look at that. Orange and yellow. Self-confidence from your solar plexus, and orange from the creation energy, that empress energy, creation. That's the sacral chakra, and that's that passion he's trying to temper. So some of you, whether you're divine feminine, you could be creating new things for yourself. And you're seeing the vision of what you want in your life and you're moving forward, you're creating that for yourself with actions. And the divine masculine is, also being guided to temper that sacral and gain the confidence to come forward and speak his truth at this time. Rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self worth and love with a big heart. And that's giraffe. So I don't know if giraffes, some of you maybe like giraffes or that print, giraffe print, maybe. Anything else, spirit? What else? Play, playfulness. That came out yesterday, I think, with the otter spirit. The playfulness, be more light and playful. Um, and some of you may resonate with dolphins, like maybe Atlantis, Lemuria. Maybe you're tied, feel connected with that. But yeah, blue, throat chakra. Hello, speaking your truth. All right, speaking your true feelings in your inner truth, right? Your wisdom. Okay, swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. Okay, it's that flow state, feminine creation energy. Stay in that flow state energy, divine feminine. Go with the flow. Yes. Thank you, spirit. What else? Spirit. Power. Okay. Some of you may resonate as having a bear animal tone working with you at this time for courage and strength. It says, I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strengths. I never give up. I will succeed. Look at that. He's walking in the water. Water is the emotions. Okay. And yeah, walking down through the emotions. In power, feeling indestructible. And I feel like that's the divine feminine energy. And that's what the masculine's being called to do. Rise up into that indestructible, power. But he's going through a lot of healing right now, and he's, you know, again being pushed by his higher self and the divine to come forward and speak his truth. Obviously in divine timing when he's ready. But he's trying to temper that passion. Okay. And I feel like there's a lot of divine protection with these archangels coming in that's not gonna allow him to just come in, any kind of way for some of you. Again, but you may be tested from him trying to come in too early, and he may be testing your energy. Take it as resonates. But some of you, you're not being, you're being protected, and he's not being allowed to come forward until he's like in the right, the right vibration, he's ready, right? He's fully cooked, so to speak, spiritually speaking and personal growth wise, where he's not going to be player. He's going to let go of all the options. He's going to be real with you. He's going to be very authentic and speaking from the heart and being fully vulnerable. So some of you, they're not going to be able to come in until they're ready, but some of you, they may come in and test. So use your intuition. Thank you, spirit. What else? White stag, that came out yesterday. That's been coming out a lot lately. The white stag, or a stag in general. Look at that. That's white, blue and white, throat chakra and crown chakra. That came out in some of the stones, I think, to work with. White stag, you are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. And some of you are hunters, by the way. Take it as it resonates. If you're a cross watcher and you're masculine, maybe you're a hunter. I don't know. Your best friend is nature. Yeah, that's what I was picking up on. The nature spirits, the elementals, remember? Some of you love nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic, creation energy. Yes, that's that divine feminine empress energy of being in the flow state, creating for yourself to, assist the collective or yourself or whatever, what have you. You're being guided to do that, and you're continuing, moving forward, continue to move forward, creating for yourself. Okay. You can do this. Just keep moving forward. Perseverance. That's it. That's that. Keep moving forward. Okay. Some of you, I don't know, Rams may be significant. Maybe you're an Aries. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. Good luck came out yesterday in the reading yesterday with the ladybugs. But yeah, you're being guided to persevere. Keep pushing forward. Keep moving forward. Don't go back. Don't look back. Anyway, anything else, spirit? This is a long message. Sorry, guys. This ended up being way longer than I expected. But hey, sometimes it goes like that. Sometimes it be like that. However, I'm guided to do it from day to day. Sometimes they're short messages, sometimes they're long messages. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective out of this deck that they need to? This is the Akashic Truth Oracle, by the way, if you're wondering. Abundance. That's what I was picking up on. Some of you are now in your reaping mode of reception, feminine empress energy, sitting back and creating, but you're also in the receiving mode. You're creating and you're receiving your abundance. Okay, or you're gonna be abundance. You're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it. That's that self-worth, right? That abandonment wound, you're healing those abandonment wounds of self-worth, and whether or not you're worthy of it, right? It says to believe that you're deserving of it and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step towards receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it is on its way. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's on its way. Continue persevering, moving forward, continue creating. Okay, divine feminines, continue moving forward. And divine masculines, if you're cross watching, you're guided to continue moving forward, with your healing of your abandonment wounds and your self-worth issues. Okay, heal those wounds, because that's what's going to bring us into our power and bring those blessings into fruition. Okay, what else, Spirit? Calmness. It is inevitable that you will encounter urgent and difficult things in life, and this is when you must be calm. Like a lighthouse in a storm. Calm. Didn't I say at the beginning, some of you are light bearers for the collective? You're the bearers of light. That's exactly what this is talking about. That's confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Like a lighthouse in a storm, calmness allows you not to be swayed by emotions and to think rationally about solutions. And look at that blue and orange and yellow. Throat chakra, solar plexus chakra, and sacral chakra. And white. That's that crown. So yeah, you're integrating and you're clearing all these blockages out of these chakras. Whoever this resonates for. Excuse me. I don't know. I feel like there's something else there. That's a chapel. There's a marriage. I think this masculine wants to marry you. But again, take it if it resonates. That's for somebody. Go into the chapel and we're gonna get. Oh my goodness, that just came through. So again, the music was really big in the beginning. Remember, I channeled that. So yeah, and there's old songs. I just realized that's another old song, like from the 50s or 60s. So some of you may resonate with that time period that's watching this. Okay, I mean, it's just a sign for some people. This is your message, but yeah, that's very interesting. I love when the spirit brings through like songs and synchronicities and stuff in the messages. Anything else, spirit, out of this? Um, okay, spirit messages. Okay, so I'm gonna do spirit messages. And this is the spirit messages oracle. So these are messages basically from spirit to you. Spirit, what does the collective need to know at this time out of this deck? It's a lot of messages coming out. Please and thank you. You wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience. That's not perseverance. Keep moving forward. Have patience. You're being asked to have patience because your blessings may not have come in yet. Your abundance. Have patience. Stop overthinking that air energy. Okay. Some of you may be air signs or have air prominently in your chart, or you're just in that energy overthinking things instead of moving forward. And that could be that masculine too, that's overthinking and coming forward, okay? And what to speak to this feminine. Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds. Keep doing the work on yourself, on your creations, okay? Take it as it resonates. What else is there? Anything else? Oh, okay, that will just make today your new beginning. A lot of you haven't. I've been picking up that a lot here lately. A lot of you are going through endings and new beginnings right now. You ended a karmic cycle and you're starting a new cycle in your life in some form. It could be jobs, it could be relationships, or all the above. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. That's what I was getting. Don't look back, right? Don't continue, ruminating on what you did wrong. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. Don't allow them to weigh you down any longer. That lowers your vibration, okay? You need to stay at a higher vibration to start basically manifesting this abundance to come in, keeping yourself in a grateful gratitude and that you are worthy, right? Work on that. Move forward today with the confidence and knowing that you have better and brighter days ahead. This is again another sign of confirmation. You do have abundance coming in. You have better and brighter days coming in. So stay moving forward. Keep working on your creations and yourself. However it resonates, if you're divine masculine, whatever. Count all of your blessings, even the small ones. That's what I'm saying. To show that gratitude. It says, show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into it. That's that abundance coming in. You're being asked to look at the bright side, stay in a positive mindset, look forward to these and be thankful for what you currently have, even though things may have been taken away. It's always for your highest good. Okay. Look at it from a positive mindset. Look forward to these blessings coming in because this is signs of confirmation back to back to back. You do have abundance coming in. Okay. It's guaranteeing you continue moving forward. Okay. So it says, show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? And yes, it is. Absolutely. Thank you, Spirit. So I feel like that's it for this collective. I'm so sorry it ended up being so long, but thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope this gave you some kind of clarity and guidance on your path. I always pray that it does. Some signs of confirmation for you to keep, follow your intuition, keep moving forward. I hope it helped. Please let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I would love to hear how it resonated for you. And if it helped you in some way, I'd love to hear your stories. So I appreciate you so much for all your help and support. And you can even hit the share button and copy link, and it still helps the algorithm. You don't have to share it. So thank you again for all your love and support. And I wish you all the best and stay blessed.